there, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm joined by my friend and client and colleague Donna, and she's going to help me with some of our favorite high chair exercises in Pilates. This video is a collaboration with Lesley Logan of Profitable Pilates. I'll include the link to Lesley's video in the description box below. Do check out her video because she's going to tell you how to create your own high chair out if you only happen to have a short box and a one-to chair in your studio. But Donna's going to help me. I love the high chair. It's actually somewhat of a recent piece that I've added to my studio. I myself had a one-to chair only for several years, and I finally had the space to get a high chair. And as you can tell by its kind of nature, it's a really supportive piece of apparatus. It's got so much that you can have your back against. You've got these really substantial handles. The pedal is very, very robust. And it's a great place to work on a strong standing foundation. All of the exercises that cultivate the strength of the lower body. And also if you have a body that has strengths and weaknesses side to side, like I do, and also Donna, we have a little bit of tightness and twistiness and imbalance side to side. It's a great place to work each side and build yourself up to a really strong standing position. So today's video is my favorite exercises, the high chair edition. And you know, there are so many, and so I just selected a few that we're gonna work on. And so let's get started. The first thing, Donna's already in position, and we're gonna work on this exercise that is seated pumping. And sometimes, depending on where you put your feet on the pedal, you can also consider it the footwork exercises, just like on the reformer or on the one-to chair. So she's already doing a great job.
Yes.
So I love the parallel position, and I love that you're being fierce here.
Okay.
Lower your heels just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then her main job here is to keep her back absolutely glued onto the back of this very unforgiving piece of wood. Mm-hmm. And this is a great exercise. It never disappoints, no matter if you're a new Pilates student learning how to find your center or a really experienced one. It's never easy. So she's gonna basically pump the pedal. She's gonna resist it in both directions. And whatever happens, she's gonna try to make the main thing that's happening that her back stays on the chair. And she's actually doing a lovely job at this. And this is a great exercise to communicate the tall shape of the back and how to keep everything together for exercises where you don't get the luxury of being against the chair. Just do 10 and then pause. For exercises where you're away from the chair and you have to have a tall position, like all the things where you sit up on the short box or the rowing series on the reformer, anything that you have to be sort of sitting in space, and you know, sometimes there's a lot of possibilities. So let's actually start on our one leg at a time, one side at a time theme. Okay. So keep everything together, do everything that you did. Maybe do like
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just as you were.
Okay.
And keep that a little bit lower.
Okay. More.
Yes.
Okay.
And do a few.
Okay.
Just to kind of build that all in there again. Yeah, keep trying to close the pedal. And then use your stomach. You're going to pick a leg and you're going to send one leg out. Yeah, so this leg is just as attached to her as the pumping leg. And the same rules apply. She's going to keep everything against the chair. And just try to make it feel exactly like when you had two legs. And 5 is plenty, and then switch to the other side. And I'm just sort of checking to see what's going on back there. She's taking care of business. Yeah, and just be careful that your knee doesn't lock so that your stomach and your foot stay in great communication. Good. And how did that feel side to side? Did it feel like both sides were just different from each other, or one was really, really hard?
This was a little harder.
Okay. So sometimes if one side is really, really challenging and the other side's kind of in your wheelhouse, shall we say, let's do the harder side again.
Oh, good.
So we did this side first, is that right?
Second.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So sometimes, did you pump this side first?
This side out was more difficult.
Oh, this side out was more difficult.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let's do a little bit more of that.
Okay.
And sometimes if you know that the person, which side is going to be more challenging, you can do it first and then do the stronger side and then do the more challenging side again.
Okay.
For a time. Yeah. Yeah, and just keep that onto the chair. That looks really good. Okay, go ahead and step off.
Okay.
So now I'm going to reveal the this little secret part on the chair under the pad. The pad's just going to go back here. And for exercises like going up front, there's some guidelines for your foot position. And we're going to actually say going up front to the end as our kind of big strength move. So she did the seated pumping, and so now we're going to work on pretty much the same thing but standing. So this is a nice place to do it because you have something to hold on to, although that's the good news. But the spring is very, very heavy, which is a little bit of the bad news.
Okay.
And if she were someone other than herself, if she was somebody who was very, very teeny tiny or frail, or I might make the spring a little bit lighter. But for her, it's perfectly fine the way it is. It'll be challenging,
Okay.
but that's kind of what you want to use everything.
Okay.
So step pretty close to the wood, hold on to the handles, and use that same connection that you had when you made your fists and you sat. So whatever you need to do, however you need to hold this so that you get nice and strong in your back.
Okay.
Yep. And then this is a great place because I can be on her and help. So all the things that you were using, your stomach and your bottom, you're going to press the pedal all the way down. And you're going to hold it down there and stand evenly on both of your feet, all the way from up to here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then push like your tendon stretch lying down on the footwork. You're going to lower your heel without anything changing. And then you're going to lift your heel. And now push down on the pedal to return it.
Oh.
Yeah, you just do one.
Okay.
And then just make sure that you're in charge of the pedal because you're going to close it all the way. Because you want to know if it makes a big noise.
Okay.
And it did. Good.
Yeah.
And so now use all that stuff again. We're going to do about 5.
Okay.
So you're going to press down. And then you stand on both legs evenly. Keep this all working. And then resist the pedal up. Yeah, I'm going to let you have the pedal.
Okay.
And do 3 more. Press from way up here. Oh, that's great, Donna.
Okay.
And now really work the hardest on this return. And do count, because I can't be trusted.
Okay. How many were we doing?
We're doing 5. I think
Okay.
this is number 4.
Okay.
Push down. Yeah. And do 1 more. Try not to care if the pedal ever returns.
Okay.
Yeah. And just push it down and suck your stomach in. And push it down and suck your stomach in. Oh, that's even better.
I see.
That was fantastic.
Okay.
Let's do the other side. Yeah. Get all of your connection from here
Okay.
and stand on your feet. Yep. And then press down and hold. And then stand evenly. And then try not to care if the pedal ever returns.
Harder side again.
Good for you. I know that's the bad news is that the one-sided things will give you a lot of information that maybe you'd rather not know. We'll keep that. That was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, and really use that to push everything. I just feel this little spot in the stomach and the back that needs to work, but is having a little bit of a freak out time. It's very like appalled that you're asking it to do things. Oh, see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that feels okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
I won't be scared.
Okay. This is good.
That was really nice.
Okay.
And I think was that 5? You had 1 more?
No, I think at least 1 more.
Okay.
I think I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone, okay. And then don't care if the pedal ever returns. Just suck up. Better.
Nice.
That was great.
I felt that. Okay.
So now we're going to kind of take that a little bit further into the going up front.
Okay.
And I'm going to use this little cunha board. If that's an unfamiliar word to you, that's a word that Ramana used to use and Shari uses as well, Ramana's daughter. And they also speak Spanish, I believe. And yes, and they that is the Spanish word for wedge. And usually this is used to kind of create a little, to block this from going all the way down. And also this is used sometimes on the Cadillac for the spread eagle. So we just call it a cunha, but if that's sort of a little weird word to you, that's where it comes from. Yes, fun facts here. Okay. So I'm using this basically because I use it for myself as well. We're sort of petite. We're a little bit tight in the thigh, hip, and low back, and we're a little bit twisty. And so the range that the pedal is going to go up and down and going up front requires us to do like have a lot of openness here and here. And sometimes if that's not so open, it can make you do like sort of funny twisty things. And that's why we're limiting that range of motion for now.
Okay.
Just as a little help.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll hold onto the handles,
Okay.
and you'll step onto the pedal, lean into it because it's heavy, which you know, and then you'll stand up and place one foot on. And actually bring that foot down again,
Okay.
and back up the balls of your feet a little bit to the edge.
Okay.
Just so that as the pedal goes up, you're never going to be like on the side of
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And which side were you pressing down with before? This is the last side you did of the
Yes.
standing one. So let's go back to
Okay.
the other one. So we're just alternating.
That poor side.
Yeah, that poor side was like, oh no, not me again.
Okay.
Okay, so stay there and use this. You're
Okay.
gonna grip the bar kind of like the foot bar, so
Okay.
thumbs on each side. And she's gonna use, for right now, she's gonna use this grip to help these muscles fire up. So she's not actually using her arms, she's trying to help use her back. Okay, this looks great.
Okay.
Your knee's gonna stay against this board the whole time.
Okay.
And you're gonna push into your feet and lift up your center to bring the pedal up. Yeah, and then keep the belly button all the way up to here so that as you come down, you're really reluctant to come down, and this wants to stay up. Yeah, so that the back is reaching all the way to there. That was really good what you did.
Okay.
And when you come down here again, don't change anything. Reach your heel down so that your back lengthens, your hip might open, and then bring it back up again. And now do another one. Yeah, pull this into my hand a little bit more and lean a tiny bit forward. A little tiny bit forward. Great. And then reach way down from up here. Yeah, keep this working. Don't change anything when you lower your heel. Suck the stomach in like crazy. Yes, that was so good.
Okay.
Do one more. This is like we consider this exercise a little bit foundational, but it is not an easy exercise. I regard it as that's really good what you're doing,
Okay.
as the hardest basic exercise ever. And clearly it's not terribly basic. I mean, you're standing, you're on one leg.
And up.
Yeah, do one more.
Okay.
Those last, we won't count that first one.
Okay.
And your head's on the ceiling. Yeah, that's lovely what you're doing. And then scoop up, 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 up as your heel goes down. Good, let's switch legs.
Okay.
Hold on here.
Okay.
Yeah, just for more security.
Okay.
That was great, do this
Okay.
side just
It
like that
feels
side.
good. It feels good in there. Okay.
Yeah, this exercise, if you're someone that needs a good hip stretch and a back stretch and you're a little twisty, it feels so good.
Okay, so pushing down.
Yeah, and then lifting yourself up.
There it is. Did I twist?
And then pull up. Lean a little bit forward. Yeah, because that's going to help open your back. When you
I
lean
see.
back a little, it's shortening it a
I
bit.
see.
And then keep this reaching. Yes. That was pretty good.
Okay.
And there's a lot going on in this exercise. I mean, she's making this look very easy, but on the inside, there's a lot of things to coordinate. That's the lovely thing about the Pilates exercises. Some of them are physically taxing, and others are often mentally taxing as well. This one happens to be both. Yeah, keep this working. Yeah. And then stay up, 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 up
Okay.
as your heel goes down. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of like that going on.
I see.
One more. Good. And then just hold on to the handles. and then step off. We'll control the pedal up together.
Okay.
That was a really good job.
Thank you.
Does that feel good?
Yeah. It feels
Yeah, that's
getting out of here.
Yes, I feel like it's a wonderful, when I do it, I feel like it's a big hip stretch.
Yes.
And even though it's really hard to do, it's sort of one of my favorites. And I love the exercises where you get to have your back against anything, because I feel like it really gives me a nice picture of what's going on back there.
Right.
And sometimes that's hard to determine for yourself.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Donna, for joining me in this video.
Yes, thank you.
And I will include the link to Lesley's video in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye! By your side or handles, if you have them, and then the roll over. It's not necessary that your feet touch the floor. You just want to lift with control. We're going to do 3 in each direction. One more. And then you'll get the strap again for the 1 leg circle.